Meet Hank the Tank, an extremely obese-looking black bear that has been causing chaos in Lake Tahoe as he roams the landscape in search of leftover beer and pizza, breaking into more than 24 homes in the process. You get between Hank and his pizza,
better watch out.
Better watch out.
He might sit on you. When you hear Hank knocking, you just have to lock yourself in the room and be
Hank,
like,
just take whatever you want. Please, leave us alone.
Hey, y'all hear they lifted the mandate? See you next Tuesday. Dum-da-dum-de-dum-ba-de-dum. Ooh, pizza! My favorite.
I think the Hank problem might sort itself out when his cholesterol gets so high. He has a heart attack.
That bear is going to die of natural causes. Not even humans should be eating human
He's going to get bear gout.
They're going to have to get him one of those little scooters. He's going to be like the bear in the Shriners. He's going to drive a little car.
Hey, got any pizzas?
Hank just performs in parades now.
Come on. You didn't all eat all your crusts.
Hey, Hank's retired. Why don't you leave the door open for Hank? Hank doesn't want to break down the door anymore.
No, he will not be trained. No, this little bitch here ain't no Jedi. No, hold up, Yoda. Hold up. Shut up, George. This little bitch here ain't no Jedi. Moppet-headed motherfucker. You ain't gonna learn shit. First of all, you're angry. Second of all, you cry too much. You know, let it go. Okay, your mother was a slave, and she's been up to some stuff. And by the way, no, shut up, George. Keep rolling. Shut up. This is how it should be. My lightsaber's purple, and by the way, which is racist. What is this purple? Everybody else, don't come at me. Don't come at me.
It seems as though whenever the world starts to get a little too intense, too crazy, the government throws people a bone and reconfirms that UFOs are definitely 100% real and that they are actively investigating them, and they release more proof in the form of verified military sightings as well as completely unexplained video clips. The other one seems to have more members of this committee stumped. It's filmed from an aircraft in broad daylight, and it appears to show a small spherical metallic-looking orb passing the aircraft. Is this some sort of tiny spacecraft flown by a harmless alien tourist? Or is it a child's balloon that they carelessly let go of? It could be either of those. I'm not sure.
Do you think Tom Cruise learned to fly the jet for Top Gun 2 so he could get a peek at the Xenu people?
Yes. Wait, is that a DC-8 flying through the sky? A modified DC-8 piloted by none other than Lord Xenu?
Filled with the souls, the ravaged souls of the first inhabitants of the universe?
Why? Hey, we're trying to get Tom Cruise on comms here. He keeps circling this volcano.
Yeah.
And it's not part of the movie, Tom. Why is he circling the volcano? I do like one of the initial things was it could be China or Russia. And Russia's war with Ukraine, it's pretty much proven that they do not have the technological capabilities.
I heard, and you can deny or not deny, that you're not a massive fan of the films, but the TV shows, that's more your speed.
Yeah, well, it really, pays homage, as you said, pays tribute to the Joseph Campbell, mythological idea of the hero's journey, and has that feel to it. Right. And there's some really hot, Twi'leks in there too. Some hot chicks.
Was that a request? Be honest with me. When you left, before you sold, did you say that every single television show moving forward had to have a hot Twi'lek?
Yeah, that was in my contract. When I sold everything to Disney, I said, look, we're going to actually change the Ewoks' hair color, but that's another story for another time. I'm thinking of putting spikes on their backs to make them a little more formidable.
Roll them down the hill or something?
Yeah, you're getting it. Now you're getting it. And it's that idea, that sort of Wile E. Coyote idea of you would take, let's say, for example, in the Battle of Endor, you would have an Ewok. I don't know who the low-grade fever, whatever his name was, one of the medicine men, who cares? But he's got spikes on his back.
Right.
And then Tila or whoever, one of the guys, pushes him down a cliff. As he starts to roll, the spikes begin to gather up, materials from the forest floor. Sure, bark, leaves, these kinds of things. I'm just laughing because I have so much money. And it becomes sort of like the idea of the snowball, the avalanche.
Right.
And then the stormtroopers, I'm so sorry, I'm so rich. It's amazing. Stormtroopers, they turn, they go, what's that? And then it's a big, it's a ball of
I stopped talking about Star Wars for a while because I was kind of over the fan base and people turning it political. And it was like, if you loved The Last Jedi, then you voted for this person. It's like, it's so stupid. Horrible.
I really have to tell you, I love The Last Jedi. I didn't like The Rise of Skywalker. Very bad movie. But Last Jedi, very good movie. Very good director. Geez. There goes my microphone. That must be, that's the liberals. The liberals did that.
I think you lost a lot of voters saying you like that movie, sir.
It's a great movie. It takes big chances, big risks.
Okay.
I mean, you've got a purple-haired, obviously feminist in the movie, and she gets obliterated. It's beautiful.
He's on a boat, just like chipping away, laughing his fucking balls off. I got $40 million for the monsters.
He was shot in one day
for $13.
I put up a sign and said, "Hey, you want to be in a monsters movie?" I didn't pay anybody.
You get to be in a movie. It's gonna go viral on YouTube. I'll sing about you. They went to Comic-Con and they just found people dressed up.
Cosplayers.
Watch, it winds up being like the most profitable movie of all time.
Yeah, maybe this isn't a representation. Maybe this, I don't know.
No, come on. You can't cheat that much.
Yeah.
It's like,
we didn't even, who else? Well, there's Eddie, there's the son. We didn't see the son.
They were going to make a porn and they cut out all the fucking.
Anyway, speaking of Batman, Dr. Jordan Peterson seems to have recently fully committed to the bit of sounding and looking and acting like a Batman villain.
All of the inmates at the Arkham Asylum are like, he says a lot of really smart things.
He's like a walking thesaurus.
Yeah, I cleaned up my cell. And it made me feel a lot better.
I cleaned my cell, and now everything's just so much more organized in my life. And now I can focus on what matters to me most, which is escaping from Arkham Asylum and terrorizing the people of Gotham once again.
But then I walked by his cell, and it's messy, so I don't know what to think.
To fully articulate his thoughts and get the last word, most importantly, Jordan Peterson put on his finest three-piece suit, hired a camera crew to set up a well-lit 2-camera setup, and for 15 straight minutes just let out all his grievances.
But how? He's been silenced.
He was banned from the public square, and yet I'm still seeing his face yelling at me.
A lot of it is just Peterson doubling and tripling down on his transphobia and continuing to single out Elliot Page.
Sorry, not beautiful, and no amount of authoritarian tolerance is going to change that.
He's just living his best life, and Jordan Peterson can't help but lose his mind over it. It's gotta be like Jordan Peterson was weirdly sexually attracted
to Juno or...
Yeah.
You know how I feel about this whole Vader being redeemed thing, where it's like, it's cute you apologize to your kid right before you died, but
he did some stuff.
There's some other stuff. So what is your Force Ghost like? Are you like Jacob Marley, where you just got to drag around a bunch of chains, but you still also get to be blue? You just get to hang out because the end of Return of the Jedi, he's just hanging out. Now, what I think is that in the next life, they're like, look, douche, we're going to let you have this photo op to make your kid happy. We're not doing this for you. We're doing this for the fans. And so Luke gets to see him and Luke's like, oh, good, Dad's in a better place. As soon as that photo op was done, I think that they send Darth Vader down to the basement and they're like, you are going to be mining souls or whatever you do in the next life for eons before we ever let you see the light of day.
Here are some of the lyrics. You ready? Whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
Hold on.
I said certified freak 7 days a week. Wet ass P-word. Make that pull-out game weak.
Hold on.
Yeah, you effin' with some wet ass P-word. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass P-word. Give me everything you got for this wet ass P-word. P-word is female genitalia. P-word is female genitalia. Beat it up, N-word. Catch a charge. P-word. Extra large and extra hard. Put this P-word right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I want to ride. I do a Kegel while it's inside.
Hold up.
Talk your S-word, bite your lip. Ask for a call while you ride that D-word. You really ain't never gonna F him for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet ass P-word. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass P-word. It's about wet ass P-word. It gets really, really wet.
Hold up.
It's about wet ass P-word.